He called me crazy. I don't blame him at all. Because I did release that video of that edit, and I never realized when me posting that I'd be hurting Josh.
Yeah.
But I was, because that is literally his ex-girlfriend, so
Right.
I'm an idiot for posting it. I feel like I had every right to post it because I was mad, and it was my feelings, but I honestly didn't have to post it on social media, and I did. So I just want to say sorry to Josh, because I love him.
I think he'll respect that a lot. But when you posted it, I think any girl can relate. Like, when you think that your boyfriend is being fucking shady on you or cheating on you, whatever the fuck, like, I'm sorry, but your eyes just glaze over and you're gonna do whatever
I mean,
the
you
fuck
just get
want.
mad. I mean, you lose self-control, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so mad, and then you make stupid decisions.
But then if people are like, okay, but like she should know better because she has a platform, I don't think so. If I was fucking 18, I'm posting that video. Are you fucking kidding me?
I broke my phone this morning, okay? Not this morning, but, I broke my phone one morning, and Jaden was going to Laguna with Nessa, Cooper, Quentin, their manager, and Nessa's manager, Bree.
Okay.
And they were going, they've had that plan for like a week now, and he went, and I was like, okay, I don't care, go with your friends, go for it, because Cooper, Quentin, and Jaden all live together now. And I was like, go for it. Cooper's mom wants to celebrate them, like her son moving out, and she wants to make dinner for them. Do it, go for it. They went, okay? I broke my phone that morning. Something happened, I broke my phone, and he gave me his phone, okay? My own boyfriend gave me his phone because he did it for a safety reason. Oh my gosh, I'm leaving. My girlfriend doesn't have a phone. Let me give her mine. He comes back into the house after he left 10 minutes later and is like, give me my phone. And I was like, why? And he was like, my manager, I'm not going to say her name, my manager thinks that you convinced me to give me your. Okay, so I broke my phone because, like, you broke yours. That's your fault. You broke it. So now his manager convinced him that he was wrong for
just giving you his phone
for a safety reason, okay? And I was like, okay, fine. He has an iPad, right?
Oh, fuck.
So he gave me his iPad.
Okay.
But before he gave me his phone, he deleted a message on his phone because I saw it. You know when you see someone's phone and they're like this and they go like that and delete?
Yes.
I saw that motion, and I'm like, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy. And I was like, did you delete something off your phone before you handed it to me? And he goes, no, I swear to God. He swore to God. I swear to God, no, I didn't. Okay?
But if I know better, it's going to be on the iPad.
It's on the iPad, right?
Idiot.
Okay, so I have his iPad. I did not think anything of it go through his iPad, nothing. I was like, no, it's his privacy. I'm not going to go through it. I didn't go through his phone when I had it. I didn't go through his iPad.
Right.
Later that night, he hasn't answered me at all the whole day. Usually, I was at a darty, which is a day party.
Right.
They were swimming. I was in a swimsuit. He's always very, very protective. Not jealous in a way.
Right.
He's very protective. He was very like, hey, because, like, you broke yours. That's your fault. You broke it. So now his manager convinced him that text messages with his manager because Nessa's name didn't pop up.
Right.
And went on the text with his manager. And there's a text from him that says, I'm coming to Laguna. And then there's voice recordings from him. And then he says, delete those. Don't save them. She doesn't save them. Then she sends 2 voice recordings of her saying, I'm so glad you're coming. That makes me so happy. The feelings are mutual between you and Nessa. You just have to make sure you're not with Mads. I'm so glad Mads isn't coming. You just have to break up with her. Hopefully this time you'll have another moment, meaning him and Nessa, and that hopefully you guys can pursue what you already started. So in my mind, my heart's racing hella fucking fast. My blood is boiling. You know, as a girl, that is my boyfriend. I'm like,
you pressed play on these voice messages.
I pressed play, and I'm such an idiot that I didn't screen record these, but I swear on my life, they are real. Because I have a text with Jaden that says about the voice recordings, and he says text messages with his manager because you have one chance to tell me the fucking truth. I was like, I just want the truth, Jaden. He said, okay. He was like, I don't like you anymore. And he told me he doesn't like me anymore, which I believe him, because we just weren't happy. We weren't healthy, and we weren't making each other happy. Like I said, you can't make another person happy if you're not happy yourself.
Right.
So it was like a God thing. It was kind of like, okay, we jumped into our relationship too quick of trying to make each other happy, and it didn't work.
But you don't go cheat on someone, go behind their back, end it cleanly.
And so that was why we broke up. Not because of Nessa, not because of anything that was happening, not because we went to Laguna. Just we weren't happy. Right. And we should have broken up 2 weeks ago, but we didn't. Love the kid. I wish him the absolute fucking best. You have one chance to tell me the fucking truth. I've been living with Nessa for 3 months. And I go home because something happened. Me and Jaden got in an argument. I went home and wanted to go home. I lived 2 hours away. And then I called Nessa the next day. Hey, can I come up? I want the hype house at the time.
Right.
You know. I was like, can I come with you? I'm going to go. I just wanted my mind off of everything that's going on. She said, no. Nobody wants you here. Nobody likes you. And then that's it. And so at that point, I knew she got with Chase. And I hate to bring this up because I know this is really sensitive to a lot of people. I love Charlie. I love Chase. I love Josh. I love Nessa. So I don't mean to bring this up. But I know she'll come out and say this because I'm a bitch for this.
Right.
So she was being rude to me. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I'll be a bitch. You want to be a bitch? Be a bitch harder.
Right.
Me and Jaden were talking again. He texted me the day after. Jaden texts me. I go hang out with Jaden. And then I was talking to Jaden. We were hanging out. And I was like, hey, this is eating me alive. So I just want to tell someone. You can't tell Josh, though. It's just 4th of July, right? I've been living with Nessa for 3 months. And I go home because something happened. Me and Jaden got in an argument. I went home and wanted to go home. I lived 2 hours away. And then I called Nessa the next day. Hey, can I come up? I want the hype house at the time.
Right.
Josh, though. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I was like, Nessa got with Chase. At that point, that was like one of Josh's best friends.
And was he dating Charlie at the time?
No.
Okay.
Nobody was dating. So it wasn't technically cheating, but that's still like bro code, girl
code.
Right. I was laying in the same bed as Chase and Nessa. It's a studio apartment. I was in the bed with them. Okay.
Oh.
I look over at Chase and Chase goes, shh. I fell back asleep. So I tell Josh because Jaden said, if you don't tell Josh, I will.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I told you, I'll tell Josh. We called Josh. He was on his way home from Vegas. And we said, hey, we have something to tell you. He goes, I swear to God, if you're about to tell me what I know you're about to tell me, I'm going to be really fucking mad. He already had a feeling.
Like you had a feeling now.
Yeah. So it gives me chills. Ugh, it's so gross. So he came home, and I was about to say it. And then all the guys, Cooper, Jaden, everyone that was there goes, Nessa got with Chase. And he threw the ring light. Threw it. So pissed. Done with Nessa. Nessa called me crying and saying, Josh, though, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I was like, Nessa got with Chase. Relationship with Jaden's not going to work out, so you better take blame for me. You better say you got with Chase. You better say it wasn't me. You better do this, because she doesn't know I told him. And she's like, your relationship with Jaden's going nowhere. My relationship with Josh is going somewhere. You better take the blame for it. Do it now. And I said, okay. I hung up. Didn't do it, because I'm the one who told him.
Right.
She ended up finding out I told him, and I said, yes, I did. I'm not going to deny it. Move. But what she did was a move, too. And at that point, I didn't even think she was my friend anymore.
Right.
Months go by. I'm with Jaden. She's with Josh. We meet in a room, and we're like, hey, I forgive you. I'm sorry. I love you. I want to be friends with you again. Just let's forget the past. We were stupid, immature, young girls. We're over it.
Right.
She was becoming one of my best friends again. We were getting relationship with Jaden's not going to work out, so you better take blame for me. You better say you got with Chase. You better. Missing someone.